Hello?
Yeah, God isn't real, and the Bible's a scam. But that last conversation was good points. I think we need like an atheist church or something that'll actually help people, not just scam them and
What's
take their
your
money.
what's your argument for God not being real?
There's zero evidence for God, and I think the evidence points to him not
What's your
existing.
argument for that there's zero evidence? I think that there's evidence for God's existence. What's your
Like,
evidence?
what? I haven't,
Well,
I haven't seen it. I looked for it.
you said that there's no evidence.
No credible evidence. What evidence do you have?
Logical argumentation?
Oh, you mean the laws of logic?
No, I mean that we could reason to the existence of God.
How?
Like there's different arguments, like philosophical arguments, like the argument for motion.
Which one's that again?
The argument
So
for
God had
motion,
to put this stuff in motion or something?
no, that pretty much change exists, and from the fact that we know that change exists, we can go to see that God exists.
Yeah, I don't see any logic in that argument.
You want me to run the argument for you?
If you want,
Okay. So change exists, and by change we mean the actualization of potential. Do you agree or disagree? You could just tell me whenever
I
you
mean,
disagree.
it sounds like presupposition to me.
It's a
Like,
presupposition that change exists.
no, I mean that like God necessitates like makes
I
change
haven't
possible
even
or
I
something.
haven't even said anything. You don't know the argument at all. You say run the argument. I said change exists, and you said it sounds like a presupposition. Is it a presupposition that change exists?
Change exists. We want to be living if change didn't exist, I guess.
Okay, so change exists, and by change, I'm telling you what I mean by change. Change is the actualization of potential. So that things go from what that means is that something goes from what it could be to what it actually is. Like a pot of water could be hot, and then that's different from when it's actually hot. When it goes from what it potentially could be to what it actually is, that's what we know is change. So change exists. Do you agree?
I guess.
Okay, but a potential can't actualize itself. So whatever changes is actualized by something else. So like a pot of a water that's potentially hot can't actually make itself hot because it doesn't have that. But something that's already actual, like fire or a stove, something that's already hot, needs to move it from potential to actual. A potential can't actualize itself. Does that make sense?
I guess.
Okay. This leads to a chain of actualizers where each thing depends on its actualization here and now. But this chain of actualizers is impossible to be infinite. Therefore, it must be finite and terminate in a first.
And the first cause is God.
The first actualizer would not have any potential, or it would be purely actual, which is what we mean by God. A purely actual a purely actual actualizer exists, therefore God exists.
Wouldn't this just basically just be the first cause argument?
No, it's not.
It's pretty much the same thing though. You're saying God causes change or God causes the first cause. It's
No, you're saying that
all
God.
presupposing.
No, we're not talking about time. We're saying that that which is being actualized right now. So he's like the sustaining cause. So the thing that is actualizing everything right now terminates in the first. It can't go on forever. It terminates in the first. That first being is purely actual, and a purely actual being is what we mean by God. Therefore, God exists. Now, the thing is, though, you haven't objected to any of the premises I brought forth. So, therefore,
Obviously change exists. I don't get how this proves God somehow.
okay. So, if change exists, and change is the actualization of potential, and a thing in potential can't actualize itself, therefore, everything that changes is changed by something else. This leads to a chain of changers where each thing in the chain depends on the thing prior to it here and now. Think of it like you plugging your phone into a charger and you plugging that charger into an extension cord. into another extension cord, into another extension cord that's never plugged into a wall, will your phone ever be charged?
Yeah, I think it makes more sense to just
Hold on,
presuppose
just hold on. Will your phone ever be charged?
if I plug it in.
If you plug your phone into an extension cord that's not plugged into the wall, will your phone ever be
Oh,
charged?
no.
What about if I plug that extension cord into another extension cord that is not plugged into a wall?
Obviously not.
Okay, if that goes on infinitely, my phone will still never be charged. But this chain of extension cords has to terminate in something that actually has power to give, but doesn't depend on that power to be received, like a wall source or something. That's the first. That's how we can go to show that this infinite chain of such actualizers is impossible, but must terminate in a first actualizer, something that gives actualization to things, doesn't receive actualization from anything. So this first actualizer is what's known as purely actual. By a purely actual being, that's what we mean by God. Therefore, God exists.
So why doesn't God do anything now? Like, why isn't there any evidence that he does a single thing?
Okay, so now I'm glad that you're asking that question, because that means that you've moved from atheism to theism.
Dude, I was just like trying to move the conversation forward because I mean it sounds like psychosis to me. Like,
What
sounds pretty
premise do you
delusional. Like,
disagree with?
like mainly you're when you get back to God. So who actualized God? Like, who made God exist? Like, it just
So
reminds me
the
of the first cause stuff.
no, so the purpose of the argument is to go to show that you get to a being that is not actualized. If you're showing that the chain can't be infinite, then you get to something that is not actualized, but actualizes everything. Like you get to the wall source, right? For your phone, you get to the wall source that in this analogy is not receiving electricity, but it's causing everything else to have electricity. And it sustains that electricity right now.
I mean, are there any atheists who would understand what you're trying to say? Because I mean, it just seems
Yes,
crazy to me.
yes, there's literally
Are there any of them in here? Like, I don't know.
you should be one because your name is called the Atheist Church of America.
Yeah, dude, I don't even like I don't even want to get. I'm worried to get into this stuff too much. Like, I mean, if you got to use the laws of logic to try and prove like some imaginary sky daddy, like and like believe in the when you
So
believe in
you're
like
just not
angel
listening to
babies
anything,
and
huh?
I mean, I'm listening. It just sounds crazy to me, and I guess you just
When
think
did
like
I
I don't
when did I
know.
describe an imaginary sky daddy? What did I say that didn't follow from the previous
I
statement?
mean, I just like your logic just seems ridiculous.
What then disagree with a premise?
I mean, it just sounds like the first cause to me. Like, oh, like get actualized, and there must have been an actualizer, and it was God, dude. It just seems crazy.
Yeah, it sounds like you got a lot of stuff going on, bro. I'm gonna
Yes,
let you
sir.
go. Okay.